In this video, we will solve this question, and the question says that in a triangle ABC, sin A is equal to sin A square B and 2 cos A square is equal to 3 cos A square B, then the triangle is, we need to find the what type of triangle is. Is it a right angle triangle, it's an obtuse angle triangle, or it's an acute angle triangle? So to find this thing, it's a right angle triangle or obtuse angle triangle or the acute angle triangle, we need to find the values of these angles. So let's start how to find, how can we solve this thing? Let me write let me 2 cos square A is equal to 3 cos square B. Okay, can I write cos square is in this like this, 2 into 1 minus sin square A is equal to 3 into 1 minus sin square B, right? Then right now I am multiplying it. So if I multiply this thing, I will get 2 minus 2 sin square A is equal to 3 minus 3 sin square B, right? Yes or no? Now see, here is given sin square B is equal to sin A. So instead of sin square B, I can write sin A, right? Yes or no? So I am writing here 2 minus 2 sin square A is equal to 3 minus 3 sin square B means what? Sin square B means sin A. So I am writing sin A. Now, what thing I am doing, I am bringing all the term to the left hand side. If I am bringing all the term to the left hand side, what will be there? Let me write 2 minus 2 sin square A, 2 sin square A, 2 sin square A, minus 3 plus 3 sin A, minus 3 plus 3 sin A, right? Minus 3 plus 3 sin A plus 3 sin A, sit is equal to 0, right? Now this thing I am doing, I am multiplying with the minus. So if I am multiplying with the minus, I will get 2 sin square A minus 3 sin A, 2 minus 3, that is equal to minus 1. Again I am multiplying with the minus 1, so I will get plus 1 is equal to 0, right? Now see, we got the quadratic equation, we need to solve this quadratic equation. So how can we solve? We can use the middle term factor. To use the middle term factor, we can write it in this way: 2 sin square A minus 2 sin A minus sin A plus 1 is equal to 0, right? I am not explaining how from where I got to. I hope you understood this thing, no problem. If you are unable to understand, then tell me, I will explain in detail also, there is no problem on that. Okay, so I can take common 2 sin A from here. 2 sin, if I am taking common, then what I will get inside the bracket? Inside the bracket, I will get sin A minus 1 minus, I am taking 1 common from there. If I am taking 1 common from there, what I will get inside the bracket? I will get sin A minus 1, right, is equal to 0. So now I am taking sin A minus 1 common, sin A minus 1 common from both. So if I am taking sin A minus 1, so I will get 2 sin A minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So I can say either this term is 0 or this term is 0. So if I am taking sin A minus 1 is equal to 0, what will be there? So let us take sin A is equal to 0. So if I am taking sin A is equal to 0, sorry, what was there? Let me write it. Sin A minus 1 was 0. Sin A minus 1 is equal to 0. I can write this thing, or I can write 2 sin A minus 1 is equal to 0, right? 2 sin A minus 1 is equal to 0, right? The product of these two is equal to 0. Either this should be 0 or this should be 0. So if I am removing this bracket, I can write sin A is equal to 1. So sin A is equal to 1. I can say then what is the value of n? I can say sin A is equal to sin 90 degree, right? So I am getting A is equal to 90 degree. Here 2 sin A is equal to 1. Sin A is equal to what will be there? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is what? Value of sin 30 degree, right? So I can write sin A is equal to sin 30 degree. A is equal to 30 degree. So I got the value of A is equal to 30 degree. Okay. Now I need to find the value of B and C. How can we find the value of B and C? See, there is one equation given that is equal to see sin A is equal to sin square B. So let us apply this thing, sin A is equal to sin square B, right? Sin A is equal to sin square B. Okay. So here sine A I am writing sine A is equal to sine square B. So let's take first, I am taking this one only, sine A 30 degree, right? So sine 30 degree is equal to sine square B. Value of sine 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is equal to sine square B. That is, if I'm doing the root, I will get 1 by root 2 is equal to sine B, right? So 1 by root 2 value of whose? So 1 to root 3, 1 root 2, and that is equal to sine 45 degree, right? Sine 45 degree is equal to sine B. So therefore, value of B will be 45 degree, yes or no? I got value of A, where is that? Angle A is equal to 30 degree. See, angle A I got 30 degree. From here I got value of angle B is equal to 45 degree. Then what will we see? I know that the sum of all angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So it will become 180 minus 30 degree minus 45 degree, right? 45 then 75, right? That will be 105 degree. So angle C will be 105 degree. Okay. Or if I am taking this one, see, A is equal to 90 degree. So I can write same thing. I am writing sine A is equal to sine square B. Okay. So sine A 90 degree. So 90 degree means what? 1 is equal to sine square B. So I can write sine square B. So I can write this one. 1 is equal to sine B, right? So 1 is equal to sine B. So what will be the value of sine B? I can write this one as a sine. Let me write it. Sorry, sine A, right? Sine 90 degree. Sine square B, sine 90 degree is equal to 1. Sine 90 degree means 1. Sine square B, then sine square B. So again 1 will be sine B. So I can write what is sine B. So B's value will be 90 degree also, right? Instead of 1, I can write sine 90 degree is equal to sine B. So therefore here, from here I am getting B is equal to 90 degree. Acha, in a triangle, one angle is 90 degree, another angle is 90 degree. Is it possible? It's never ever possible. The sum of two angles in a triangle will be 180 degree, because we know that three sum. If I adding all the angles, then I will get 180 degree. But here I got the value of only two sides, right? Angle A and angle B. If I am adding them, I am getting 180 degree. So it's not possible. So I need to take the value A is equal to 30 degree. If I am taking A is equal to 30 degree, B will be 45 degree above and C will be 105 degree. So it's a obtuse angle triangle. I hope you understood it. If you have any doubt, then you can contact with me. So I'll try to solve your doubt. I hope you enjoy this solution. So I'll meet you again. Till then, take care. Tata.